Hello everybody, welcome to Simplified in 5. Today we are going to talk about precompiled headers. So before going to see what precompiled headers, let's first see how your header files are used in C and C++ compilation. So basically preprocessor includes the text of header file into another source file which has included this header file completely. And the preprocessor directive is used which is hash include. So whenever the compiler sees this directive, it includes the text of header file completely into source file. So if a header file is including another header, which might be having more header, there could be a lot of compilation. If I mean, in sometimes even the header file itself can contain a huge amount of source code. So basically, in every compilation, you would be compiling a lot of code which may not be necessary. So let's see how precompiled headers work and what is the technique. So basically, in precompiled header, to reduce the compilation time, compilers compile headers into intermediate form called as precompiled headers. So these precompiled headers are basically a uh, intermediate form which can be processed faster by compiler and hence results in a lot of saving in time. So they are created during first time compilation and used in subsequent compilation by the compiler. So let's quickly see an example where uh, you are having a file called as source.cpp and it has included a header called as my header. So when if compiler is using the precompiled header option, then in first compilation it will create a pch file called as myheader.pch, and so the first compilation time will be a bit more than the normal compilation without precompiled header switch. But from next time onwards, if there is no change in myheader.pch, the compilation will be skipped for the myheader.hpp part. So basically this is how you will improve the subsequent compilations using precompiled header. So let's see the possibility of what is the availability of creating precompiled headers. So in Microsoft Visual Studio IDE, there is a support to create and use precompiled headers. Through wizards, you can create a stdafx.h. In this header, you can include the other headers which are frequently used but rarely changed. And then the precompiled headers have extension of .pch in case of Microsoft Visual Studio. Similarly, for GCC, they are supported and they have a .gch suffix. And when compiling a source file, basically the compiler checks if the file is present in the same directory or not and uses it if possible. So this is what we have for you for the precompiled headers. So we quickly saw how headers are used, how the precompiled headers work. We saw a quick example. Then we explored the possibility of using precompiled headers through Visual Studio IDE as well as GCC. So uh, this is what in general precompiled headers is. So thank you for watching and hope this helps.